It would be almost impossible to list all of the productivity apps available to us. I primarily use four. I want to tell you about them, but I also want to spend a little time today talking about what is wrong with most productivity apps. Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe and like button below. So I describe Evernote as my second brain. All of my notes, projects, files are stored in their cloud. I've been using it since 2011, and it currently contains several thousand notes. nirvanaHQ is where I keep all of my to-do lists. It's designed to easily follow getting things done and their recommendations for tracking both projects and next actions. I've been using it since 2010. Calendly allows me to expedite scheduling of meetings. If I send you a link, you can see when I'm available, you fill in a simple form, and you're now on my calendar. It's dramatically helped me in the last couple of years since I no longer have an administrative assistant to take on that task. Textexpander is a simple way of using macros to repeat paragraphs and phrases by pressing a short code that you set up. It has saved me countless minutes and hours since adopting it about 5 years ago. Of course, I also use, Microsoft's suite of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, plus Apple's iCalendar, but that's pretty much it. You would think that since I have been using some of these apps for decades or more, I'd be perfectly happy and I'd never be tempted to try one of the new and up and coming apps. Human, of course I look. So in recent years, I've done some offline testing of ITTT, If This Then That, a website and mobile app that helps you create automations between online devices. I've checked out Todoist, which is a task manager, OneNote, which is Microsoft's version of Evernote, and Notion, another competitor for Evernote. And here's what I've learned. There's no perfect app. When I test a new app, it's because someone has told me that it's going to do something that others won't. Sometimes they're right, but I've also found that I miss something that I've used in a previous app for every new feature that I like. So while my current apps are not perfect, I'm comfortable with them and they serve me well, even though I can always wish that there was just one more feature that it doesn't have. I'm also careful that before I make a switch, the new app would need to be spectacular. See, once you've been with one app for a long time, 2, 5, 10 years, it would take a lot of work to smoothly migrate all of your data, and it may not be worth all of the work, especially if later on you find a flaw. So take it from me, when I got my first iPhone, I started downloading and testing a lot of apps. I spent way too much time finding something that appealed to my desire to be more organized, and I was always disappointed. I always think of the best-selling author Charles Duhigg's advice in the book Smarter, Better, Faster. He wrote, "We've been staring at the tools of productivity, the gadgets and apps and complicated filing systems, rather than the lessons those technologies are trying to teach us." I'm Dave Edwards. Thanks for joining me today.